Welcome to your practice. Namaste. We'll start with torso circles, bringing the hands to the knees and circling the upper body into one direction, about 4 or 5 circles. Inhale to the front, exhale to the back. And into the opposite direction, inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring the chest forwards and pull the shoulders to touch. Exhale, cat stretch. Continuing for a couple more rounds. Inhale to the front, exhale to the back. Inhale into a neutral spine. Bring the hands to the back interlaced. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Twisting the spine for 5 twists each side. Inhale into the neutral spine. Exhale to the right as you bend. Inhale to the center. And then exhale to bend. So inhales in the center, exhales bending the spine left and right. Inhale, then reach the hands to the lower back, interlace the fingers, pull the shoulders down the back and circle the head a couple of times into one direction. Soften the space between the eyebrows and circling a couple of times into the opposite direction. Shoulders pulling down away from the ears. Bringing the chin to the chest, pull, release the hands up and over, interlace the fingers, stretch them up to the sky for one inhale, and exhale, release the hands, hugging the right knee in, circle the ankle into one direction, and into the opposite direction. Flexing the foot, bounce, stretch the leg to open the hamstring. About 5 stretches, and then replace the foot over the left knee to hug the right knee and stretch the right hand to the back, looking towards the back thumb for a couple of deep inhales and exhales. Bringing the right hand back and then hug the knee, flex the foot, wrap your left arm around the foot and if you can, the right arm around the knee. Sitting upright, rock the leg from side to side. Inhale and exhale to release. Swapping legs, left knee hugs and then circling into the ankle a couple of times. And swapping directions. Bounce, stretch the leg to open the back of the leg. Another 2, 1, and then cross the foot over the right knee, hug the left leg, open the left arm to the back, taking a couple of breaths in this twist. releasing as you wrap your arms around the shin and rock the lower leg from side to side a couple of times. Inhale to the center and exhale, release. Coming onto all fours, bring the knees wide, the big toes to touch, and sit back into wisdom pose, resting the head onto the floor or the chin in the chest. Taking a couple of deep belly breaths as you ground yourself in this moment. Sensing the body a little bit more open, ready to move. As you inhale, come onto all fours, walking the hands out into all directions to open the wrists. Sometimes palms are facing up, sometimes in, sometimes back. And then bring the palms facing up, close into fists, bend the elbows, push back up. Open the palms, close, bend and up. Open, close, bend and up. Open, close, bend and up. One more. Open, close, bend and up. Bring the hands flat, curl the toes. Inhale and exhale, downward facing dog, walking out one leg at a time. Coming to stand still in a downward facing dog, big toes to touch. Inhale, lift your heels, hop to the top, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, palms to touch. And exhale, hands to the sides, Tadasana. Gently closing the eyes, bringing your awareness to the soles of the feet. As you lift your toes, spread them out and ground them back down, feeling solid and connected. Inhale to rise the arms, exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga flow. Meeting and downward facing dog. Taking 3 deep inhales and exhales. Inhale, heels high, hop to the top. Find your half lift, exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, palms to touch. Exhale, second round, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Meeting in down dog for 2 breaths. Inhale, hop to the top, find length, exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up, palms to touch. Exhale, last round, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, exhale, Chaturanga. And meeting in downward facing dog. 1 breath. Inhale, raise your heels, hop to the top. Flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up, palms to touch. Exhale, hands to the sides, Tadasana. Closing the eyes and taking a couple of deep inhales and exhales through the nose. On your next inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forwards, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Vinyasa flow. Meet me in down dog. Inhale into plank, rolling onto the left side, lifting the right arm for side plank. Exhale to sit down. Inhale to stretch, exhale to sit. Inhale to stretch, exhale to sit. Inhale. And lifting the right foot, hooking the fingers of the right hand for a variation on side plank. Breathing for 1 more inhale. Exhale, replace the right foot to the top of the mat if you can for pyramid pose. Hop the back foot closer and fold forwards, walking the hands towards the back foot. Find length in the spine. One more breath. Walking the hands forwards, lift the back leg for standing splits. Option to hold here, or lift your right hand, or lift both hands for toppled tree pose. Strong leg at the top and at the bottom. Replacing the top leg for a warrior two to reverse, and then lifting the top or the front heel. Holding for one more breath, deepening into this lunge. Straightening, coming into a star position. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, back to star. Bring the hands to the lower back, parallel the feet, and then fold from the hips into prasarita. You can keep the hands on the lower back, release the neck, or you can hold behind your ankles and gently pull the crown of the head closer to the ground. And then getting ready to come into a tripod headstand. If that's in your practice, you're welcome to hold prasarita or pause the video and do a forearm headstand instead. Coming back down, grounding the feet, walking the hands to the back of the mat now, and stepping back into a vinyasa flow, meeting me in downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg rises, bending the knee, looking over the left shoulder to the right toes. Bring the knee into the chest into plank, and then rolling onto the right for a fallen triangle variation. Holding onto the right foot with the left hand, replace the foot to the top and sit into Skandasana, wrapping your arms around the front of the right shin for a bind, looking over the left shoulder. Slowly release and sit into the left for Skandasana, and then rotate to the front, setting yourself up for dragon pose, threading the left arm under the left leg. And if it's in your practice, you can reach the hands to the sides for an airplane variation. Make sure that the torso is also lifted as you replace the hands and move through another vinyasa flow, meeting in downward facing dog. Taking a little pause here for a couple of breaths before we do the other side. I will just quickly swap my direction, but you can stay facing the same direction if you'd like. Inhale into plank, moving onto the right hand now, side plank, exhale to sit. Inhale to reach, exhale to sit. Inhale to reach, exhale to sit. One more inhale to reach, lifting the top leg for a variation on side plank, lifting the side body. And then slowly replacing the left foot to the top of the mat for pyramid pose, hopping the back foot closer and folding over the left leg, walking the hands to the back if that's comfortable for you. Releasing the hands forwards as you lift the back leg for standing splits. Option to hold here or lift the left hand, or if it's in your practice, lifting both hands into toppled tree pose. Replacing the top foot into warrior 2, reverse it, hold the reverse, lift the front heel and sink into the lunge. So the ankle and the calf on the left is working, replacing and coming into star, exhale, goddess. Inhale, star, exhale, goddess. Inhale, star, exhale, goddess. Inhale back to star and replacing the feet into a parallel position to fold forwards into prasarita. Release the head towards the ground, and if you'd like, bring the hands to the toes or to the back of the ankles to pull the body down. Holding here or coming into tripod headstand or any variation of the headstand that you prefer. Slowly releasing out, walking the hands to the back of your mat, stepping back into Vinyasa Flow and coming back into downward facing dog. Reconnecting to the breath, left leg up into three-legged dog, looking over the right shoulder to the toes, exhale knee to the chest, moving into variation of fallen triangle, holding onto the left leg with your right hand, replacing the left foot to the front, sitting into Skandasana on the left this time as you come into your bind, left arm wrapping in front of the left shin, releasing the bind and squatting into the right leg as you turn to face the front of the mat for dragon pose. Option to hold here or bring the hands to the sides for an aeroplane variation. Keeping the body parallel to the ground is essential here. And then replacing the hands, stepping back through a Vinyasa Flow. And then coming into wisdom pose, knees mat distance, big toes to touch, sitting the bum down and just taking a little breather. Grounding your hands, your palms into the mat beneath you. And just take a couple of deep, long, slow belly breaths. Slowly push yourself up on your next inhale and make yourself comfortable into any meditative seated position. Resting the hands on the knees or the thighs or into any mudra. Gyan mudra is also an option. Thumb and index finger touching, the other three fingers extended. Gently closing the eyes. I invite you to imagine that you're sitting on the top of a mountain with a 360-degree view all around you. Just space and the beautiful scenery of the nature. Feeling your own sitting bones grounded into the ground beneath you. Feel the support from this mountain as you connect to it giving you strength and supporting you. Merge with the mountain. Become as solid as the mountain. Feel its strength drawing into your system, revitalizing you, energizing you. And feel your mind as open as the view around you. Drinking in the scenery and this strength with every breath. As you gently release the meditation, open your eyes and begin to prepare for Savasana. Lying down for a couple of minutes of rest and deep relaxation. Palms facing up, spine straight. Take a deep inhale and exhale, releasing and letting go of any activity. Gently begin to wiggle the toes and the fingers as you hug the knees into the chest and roll to your side. Coming to sit upright, tall spine, sensing the effects of the class. Bringing the hands into prayer, bowing down in gratitude. Namaste.